Ad Astra Abyssosk travelers, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide. My name is Katsarark, and today we're going to talk about the Adventurers Guild. Originally founded in Snezhnaya, the Adventurers Guild is a network spread all throughout Teyvat, which takes commissions from townsfolk to offer to their stable of willing quest-goers, with commissions ranging from the incredibly heroic to the incredibly basic. Working for the Adventurers Guild, you'll take on tasks ranging from saving the world to delivering takeout. Nothing you do for the guild will directly influence the main quest, and yet your membership in it will be one of the most important parts of your journey through Teyvat. As soon as you complete the first segment of the Mondstadt Archon quest, you'll receive a minor quest appropriately titled Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, with the invitation to talk to Catherine, the guild receptionist. But even before that, you'll already be aware of them, as you'll have received numerous notices by that point that your adventure rank has increased. Adventure rank, which I will call AR from now on, is perhaps the most important metric on your entire account. Not only does it directly unlock several dozen features within the game, but it also serves as a benchmark for how much you've accomplished in the game. Additionally, starting at AR 20, every multiple of 5 either will automatically raise or will enable you to raise the world level, which makes all the enemies in the world tougher and also raises the rewards you'll reap from fighting them. There are so many things in Genshin Impact that are tied to your adventure rank, far more than we can reasonably talk about in one quick video. Instead, let's rattle off the most important checkpoints you'll experience during your early adventures. AR5 will grant you access to the Gacha. We just came off a few videos about that, but you'll receive your first set of pulls for free in the mail immediately, and another set at AR10. Also at Adventure Rank 10, you'll receive a free prototype Rancor, a 4-star blade, that could be used on Kaya, Traveler, or any of your other sword users. 2 levels before that, at AR8, you'll unlock one of the most important systems in the entire game, Resin. Resin is a time-gated resource that lets you access many of the materials in the game for advancing your characters. At this early point, you'll only have access to ley lines, which will appear on the map as blue orbs and let you initiate a combat challenge. The reward for this is experience books, and it will cost 20 resin. However, with additional adventure ranks, you'll open a second type of ley line for money at AR 12, micro dungeons for weapon leveling materials at AR 16, other dungeons for artifacts at AR 22, and access to your first weekly boss at AR 25. Spending resin is an incredibly important topic that we're going to save for another day, but it's generally ideal to spend as much of it as you can so it will start regenerating. Another important system that is designed to keep you coming back each day opens at Adventure Rank 12, Commissions. Each day when you log in, there will be 4 small quests assigned to you through the Adventurers Guild, all marked on your map with a purple diamond. These quests all award you with 10 Primo Gems, and completing all 4 allows you to report back to Catherine for another 20. While there are many other lucrative sources of Primo Gems, this is renewable, so it's encouraged you to begin each of your play sessions with these. At AR 14, you'll gain access to the Expedition system, which is a minor way to get additional resources by sending one or more of your characters on side jobs for the guild. Some characters have bonuses related to being sent on expeditions, but it's best to send characters out for the longest time frame possible regardless, because it will give you the biggest rewards. Adventure Rank 16 grants you access to Genshin's co-op system. For some people who joined with the intent of having their friends help them out, this can't come soon enough. Please note that there are a number of limitations on the co-op, including that you can't join a higher level player's world, they have to join yours, and that many quests can't be completed in co-op. It's nice to make friends, but don't be surprised when you start getting random requests from people asking to join your game. One of the most important aspects in the early development of your account occurs just before this at AR 15. Prior to this point, your characters and their weapons will be capped at a maximum of level 20. Upon reaching AR 15, you'll be able to perform an ascension to raise that number to 40. Note that this has to be done on an individual basis, and each time you do it, it requires resources specific to that character or weapon. Starting from this point, your resin might be in a race to acquire all the items you need to raise your team to the new cap before you can perform a second ascension and raise it further, which happens 5 more times at ARs 25, 30, 35, 40, and then 50. More on this in an upcoming video. And perhaps the most major milestone is Adventure Rank 20. Each act of the Archon quest is gated by an Adventure Rank requirement, and 20 marks the point at which you can finally complete the story in Mondstadt. In doing so, you'll have the potential to earn several free characters, including Barbara, Zhang Ling, and Kole. For the latter two, you'll have to earn them by battling your way through the mysterious dungeon known as the Spiral Abyss. The Abyss is a major challenge for players, intended to push all players to their limits by ratcheting up the difficulty across 12 floors. You'll need to finish the third for Zhang Ling and the fourth for Kale. Probably neither of these things are feasible immediately, and you'll want to wait for your second ascension at AR 25. AR 20 also marks access to the Battle Pass, which represents a series of daily, weekly, and one-time challenges to earn points towards progressing through 50 tiers of rewards. The Battle Pass resets with each patch cycle, so you might not get very far with your first Battle Pass, and I definitely wouldn't recommend purchasing the paid version of it unless you can get at least halfway through the ranks. But on a fresh patch, it's not too hard to max it out if you're playing daily. It will be almost impossible to do so if you're not playing daily. And following AR 20, there are still numerous rewards to follow, including access to the second major boss in Mondstadt at AR 21, quests in the side region of Dragonspine at AR 22, the encounter system for skipping daily commissions at AR 24, the regional reputation system at AR 25, story keys for character quests and hangouts at AR 26, talent domains at AR 27, and the possibility of completing the second leg of the Archon quest at AR 28, which additionally unlocks access to the housing system, fishing, and the option to quickly hustle ahead to a much later point in the main quest and go straight to the 6th nation in the game rather than marching off to the 3rd. At even later points, you'll gain access to the Genius Invocation tradable card game, which isn't actually tradable, an endgame mode known as Imaginarium Theater, and the all-important ability to earn 5-star artifacts at Adventure Rank 45. That moment at AR 45 is when your account will have the ability to start truly resembling that of the most long-term players. And you might be surprised how early you'll reach that in terms of exploring the whole of Teyvat, but that's a topic for another day. The final question about the Adventurers Guild to raise is, if all these things happen as a result of raising your adventure rank, how do you raise your adventure rank? Short answer is a little bit of everything. Each chest you find offers a smidge of adventure XP. Reaching teleport markers and turning in oculi to the statues will reward XP. Quests of every type earns experience towards advancing your account, including daily commissions, weekly reputation bounties, the whole 9 yards. And spending resin on any of the things you can spend it on is a major source of experience. But perhaps the last facet of the Adventurers Guild we need to discuss is the handbook. There's a lot of useful info and tools in your Adventurer's Handbook, but the aspect I want to focus on is the tab labeled Experience. For accomplishing various basic feats, the handbook will offer up some kind of material reward along with adventure experience. Often, if you're stuck trying to decide what to do or how to get ahead, the objectives listed in the handbook can be a good nudge in the right directions. And ye gads, this video has probably raised far more questions than it's answered. So I'll do my best to tackle matters regarding leveling, ascensions, and how to use your resin next. Please come back for more commissions tomorrow. Farewell, adventure, and thank you for supporting the Beginner's Guide.